Welcome back to the Secrets of the Millionaire Mind series. In this video, we're diving into wealth file number 13, where we uncover another key mindset that separates the rich from the rest. If you're serious about transforming your financial reality, make sure to watch till the end, hit the like button, and subscribe for more life-changing insights. Wealth file number 13. Rich people focus on their net worth. Poor people focus on their working income. When it comes to money, people in our society typically ask, how much do you make? Seldom do you hear the question, what is your net worth? Few people talk this way, except of course at the country club. In country clubs, the financial discussion almost always centers around net worth. Jim just sold his stock options. He's worth over $3 million. Paul's company just went public. He's worth $8 million. Sue just sold her business. She's now worth $12 million. At the country club, you're not going to hear, hey, did you hear that Joe got a raise? Yeah, and a 2% cost of living allowance to boot. If you did hear that, you'd know you're listening to a guest for the day. Wealth principle. The true measure of wealth is net worth, not working income. The true measure of wealth is net worth, not working income. Always has been, always will be. Net worth is the financial value of everything you own. To determine your net worth, add up the value of everything you own, including your cash and investments such as stocks, bonds, real estate, the current value of your business if you own one, the value of your residence if you own it, and then subtract everything you owe. Net worth is the ultimate measure of wealth because, if necessary, what you own can eventually be liquidated into cash. Rich people understand the huge distinction between working income and net worth. Working income is important, but it is only one of the 4 factors that determine your net worth. The 4 net worth factors are 1. Income, 2. Savings, 3. Investments, 4. Simplification. Rich people understand that building a high net worth is an equation that contains all 4 elements. Because all of these factors are essential, let's examine each one. Income comes in 2 forms, working income and passive income. Working income is the money earned from active work. This includes a paycheck from a day-to-day job, or for an entrepreneur, the profits or income taken from a business. Working income requires that you are investing your own time and labor to earn money. Working income is important because, without it, it is almost impossible to address the other 3 net worth factors. Working income is how we fill up our financial funnel, so to speak. All things being equal, the more working income you earn, the more you can save and invest. Although working income is critical, again, it is only valuable as a part of the entire net worth equation. Unfortunately, poor and many middle-class people focus exclusively on working income out of the 4 factors. Consequently, they end up with a low or no net worth. Passive income is money earned without you actively working. We will discuss passive income in greater detail a little later, but for now, consider it another stream of income, filling up the funnel, which can then be used for spending, saving, and investing. Savings is also imperative. You can earn wads of money, but if you don't keep any of it, you will never create wealth. Many people have a financial blueprint that is wired for spending. Whatever money they have, they spend. They choose immediate gratification over long-term balance. Spenders have 3 mottos. Their first motto is, it's only money. Therefore, money is something they don't have much of. Their second motto is, what goes around, comes around. At least they hope so, because their third motto is, sorry, I can't right now. I'm broke. Without creating income to fill the funnel and savings to keep it there, it is impossible to address the next net worth factor. Once you've begun saving a decent portion of your income, then you can move to the next stage and make your money grow through investing. Generally, the better you are at investing, the faster your money will grow and generate a greater net worth. Rich people take the time and energy to learn about investing and investments. They pride themselves on being excellent investors, or at least hiring excellent investors to invest for them. Poor people think investing is only for rich people, so they never learn about it and stay broke. Again, every part of the equation is important. Our 4th net worth factor may well be the dark horse of the bunch because few people recognize its importance in creating wealth. This is the factor of simplification. It goes hand in hand with saving money, whereby you consciously create a lifestyle in which you need less money to live on. By decreasing your cost of living, you increase your savings and the amount of funds available for investing. To illustrate the power of simplification, here's the story of one of our Millionaire Mind participants. When Sue was only 23, she made a wise choice. She purchased a home. She paid just under $30 later. In a sizzling hot market, Sue sold her home for over $600,000, meaning she profited over $300,000. She considered buying a new home, but after attending the Millionaire Mind intensive seminar, she recognized that if she invested her money in a secure second mortgage at 10% interest and simplified her lifestyle, she could actually be quite comfortable, living on the earnings from her investments and not have to work ever again. Instead of purchasing a new home, she moved in with her sister. Now, at 30 years of age, Sue is financially free. She won her independence not through earning a ton of money, but by consciously scaling back her personal overhead. Yes, she still works because she enjoys it, but she doesn't have to. In fact, she only works 6 months of the year. The rest of the time she spends in Fiji, first, because she loves it, and second, she says her money goes even further there, because she lives with the locals rather than the tourists. She doesn't spend a lot. How many people do you know who would love to spend 6 months of each year living on a tropical island, never having to work again at the ripe old age of 30? How about 40, 50, 60? Ever? It's all because Sue created a simple lifestyle and, consequently, doesn't need a fortune to live on. So, what will it take for you to be happy financially? If you need to live in a mansion, have 3 vacation homes, own 10 cars, take annual trips around the world, eat caviar, and drink the finest champagne to enjoy your life, that's fine, but recognize you've set your bar pretty darn high, and it may take you a long, long time to get to a point where you're happy. On the other hand, if you don't need all the toys to be happy, you'll probably reach your financial goal a lot sooner. Again, building your net worth is a 4-part equation. As 0, 0, 0, 0 at the time. 7 years. An analogy, imagine driving a bus with 4 wheels. What would the ride be like if you were driving on one wheel only? Probably slow, bumpy, full of struggle, sparks, and going in circles. Does that sound familiar? Rich people play the money game on all 4 wheels. That's why their ride is fast, smooth, direct, and relatively easy. By the way, I use the analogy of a bus because once you are successful, your goal might be to bring others along on the ride with you. Poor and most middle-class people play the money game on one wheel only. They believe that the only way to get rich is to earn a lot of money. They believe that only because they've never been there. They don't understand Parkinson's law, which states expenses will always rise in direct proportion to income. Here's what's normal in our society. You have a car, you make more money, and you get a better car. You have a house. You make more money, and you get a bigger house. You have clothes. You make more money, and you get nicer clothes. You have holidays. You make more money, and you spend more on holidays. Of course, there are a few exceptions to this rule, very few. In general, as income goes up, expenses almost invariably go up too. That's why income alone will never create wealth. This book is called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Does millionaire refer to income or net worth? Net worth. Therefore, if your intention is to be a millionaire or more, you must focus on building your net worth, which, as we've discussed, is based on much more than just your income. Make it a policy to know your net worth to the penny. Here's an exercise that can change your financial life forever. Take a blank sheet of paper and title it Net Worth. Then create a simple chart that begins with 0 and ends with whatever your net worth objective is. Note your current net worth as it is today. Then every 90 days, enter your new net worth. That's it. If you do this, you will find yourself getting richer and richer. Why? Because you will be tracking your net worth. Remember, what you focus on expands. As I often say in our training, where attention goes, energy flows and results show. Wealth principle. Where attention goes, energy flows and results show. By tracking your worth, you are focusing on it, and because what you focus on expands, your net worth will expand. By the way, this law goes for every other part of your life. What you track increases. To that end, I encourage you to find and work with a good financial planner. These professionals can help you track and build your net worth. They will assist you in organizing your finances and introduce you to a variety of vehicles for saving and growing your money. The best way to find a good planner is to seek a referral from a friend or associate who is happy with the person he or she uses. I'm not saying to take everything your planner says as gospel, but I am suggesting that you find a qualified professional with the skills to help you plan and track your finances. A good planner can provide you with the tools, software, knowledge, and recommendations to help you build the kind of investing habits that will produce wealth. Generally, I recommend finding a planner who works with an array of financial products rather than just insurance or just mutual funds. In that way, you can find out about a variety of options, then decide what's right for you. Declaration. Place your hand on your heart and say, I focus on building my net worth. Touch your head and say, I have a millionaire mind. Millionaire mind actions. 1. Focus on all 4 net worth factors, increasing your income, increasing your savings, increasing your investment returns, and decreasing your cost of living by simplifying your lifestyle. 2. Create a net worth statement. To do this, add the current dollar value of everything you own, your assets, and subtract the total value of everything you owe, your liabilities. Commit to tracking and revising this statement each quarter. Again, by virtue of the law of focus, what you track will increase. 3. Hire a financial planner who is highly successful and works with a well-known, reputable company. Again, the best way to find a great financial planner is to ask friends and associates for their referrals. Special bonus. Go to www.millionairemindbook.com and click on Free Book Bonuses to receive your free net worth tracking sheet. Thanks for watching. Remember, wealth starts in the mind before it shows up in your bank account. If you found value in this chapter, drop a comment with your biggest takeaway, and don't forget to share it with someone who's ready to level up their financial life. See you in the next Wealth File.